Now here we're doing something a little different. We have problems, examples in English that we first have to try to understand and then convert it into an algebraic equation and then solve it. So here I'm not going to solve the numbers for you. I'll give you the answers, but I'm going to help you with putting word problems into equations. So I'll work on the first 5 or so. Let's see how we do. And again, you're going to try some of these and, see what you come up with. Okay, here are the first 4. So let's see, 4 times a number, but this is going to be subtracted from 28. So there's my 28, and there's my subtraction of 4 times the number is equal 7 less than the number. Well, there's the number, and that's 7 less. And what you might do is write these down and work them. All right, now for number 2, we have to review quickly what consecutive even integers would be. Now 8 is an even, so that's x. So the next even number is 10, and I would illustrate that by x plus 2. And the next even is 12, and that would be x plus 4. So the sum of 3 consecutive even integers, there's my first, there's my second, and there's my third. And the sum is that. So, by the way, this is the algebraic expression for any 3 even integers. All right, number 3, the sum of 1/4 of a number, 1/4 of a number, and 17 is equal to the sum of 1/5 of a number, that same number, plus 18. So here you would multiply each term by 20 to get rid of the fractions. All right, number 4 is the sum of 3 times the smaller of 2 consecutive odd integers. Well, let's review odd integers. If my first number is odd, that's x. Now the next odd number is 2 more than 7. And we had mentioned that this is sort of a mystery. How could 2 more, which is even, make an odd? Well, if you start with an odd, by adding 2, you get your second odd. Actually, it works the same way here. Depends on what number you're starting with. So 3 times the smaller, which is this one, the 7. And again, we're just using that. And 4 times the larger. Now the larger is this one, x plus 2. We had to put it in a parenthesis because that's just one number. And we have to distribute that. And eventually the sum is this. Now as we do these next few, starting with number 5, we're talking about consecutive integers, but even integers. So this is our first, this is our second, we did this in the previous one, this is our third even. Now they're saying the first is 1/4 of the first, 1/7 of the second, and 1/2 of the third, and that equals 13. So here you're going to multiply everything by, it looks like 28, every term. All right, number 6. Here we have find the measure of 2 supplementary angles. Remember that equals 180, such that one angle is 4/5 as large as the other. So this is the other, and this is 4/5. So here you're going to multiply everything by 5. The 5's cancel out here, multiply through, and you'll find that x is 100. And then 4/5 of 100 is 80. Now here we have a piece of string that is cut into 3 pieces. The second piece is 3 times as large as the first. So this will be our first piece. We don't know anything about that. That's n, or x. Then 3 times that. And then the last is 5 times as large as the shortest, plus 4 more, right here. 4 more than 5 times as large as the first. And all of it equals 67. Again, here are the answers. And trying to master the conversion of English into algebra is a skill you're going to need to work on as you're in college. You need to master this. Okay, Billie Jean King won 3 less single titles than Martina Navratilova, I should say. Okay, so here's what Navratilova won, and then Billie Jean King won 3 less. So n plus n minus 3 equals 15. Add 3 to both sides. N is 9. So 3 less than 9 is 6. And it adds up to 15. So I did that whole problem for you. All right, 5 sevenths of a number is equal to 1/10. So here you can just multiply both sides by 70 and get rid of the fractions, and that should be easy. And in fact, let's see, number 9 is 7/50ths. Okay, so here the measure of the angles of a particular triangle are such that one angle is 6 less than the first. That's it right there. And the third angle is 4 times the first. So I made a little picture. Sometimes that helps. And we don't know anything about this angle, so we name that n. And we describe this as n minus 6 and this 4n. String them together, and we know the angles of a triangle are 180. And these, for number 11, would be, let's see here. I guess it's number 10. It's 31, 25, and 124. So 31 degrees, 25 degrees, and 124. Now, when you give your answers, be sure you list everything that they're looking for. They want to know, find the measure of all 3 angles. So when you solve it, you get n equals 31. That's only the first. You have to put all of them there. And usually this would be provided in the slot there. Okay. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here, so let's jump right in. If 6 is subtracted from 8 times the number, so there's 8 times the number minus 6, the result is the sum of 10 times the number and 20. And I hadn't put the answer for 11, it was negative 16. For 12, it's a negative 13. If a number is subtracted from 7, so there's 7, we're going to subtract a number, the result is 3 times the difference of the number and 7. Well, there's the number and 7, the difference, and it's 3 times that. Has to be in parentheses. Now, number 14, when I did it, and reading it, it says 3 consecutive integers, but they meant to say 3 consecutive even integers. So you have to add the even, because without it, it doesn't work. And there they are over here. So it's 5 times the first, 5 times the first, 6 times the second, and 7 times the third, all add up to this. And these are the numbers. Now, as you read through this, got to be careful. 3 consecutive even integers such that twice the first, there's the first one here. And by the way, this is the first integer, second integer, third integer, and you just follow through. And then here it's just the sum of the first 3 consecutive even. They're just straightforward, equals 0. And then find 3 consecutive integers. We did that one. Find 3 consecutive odd integers such that if 6 times the first is subtracted from the sum of twice the second, there's the sum of twice the second minus the first. So I just put the minus there. We could have written this and then put that. And then we're adding 5 times the third is this. Okay, for a geometric figure, we did one like this in class. Make a perimeter. Total perimeter is 29. 98, I should say. And the width is 2 inches less than twice the width. So this will be the width, and this will be 2 times the width, 2 less. Okay, so we put that in our perimeter formula. Perimeter, which is 98, equals 2 lengths, which is this, 2w minus 2 plus 2 widths. Okay, that's the formula. Solve for w. W is 17, and then you get that. Okay, for number 19, we have a trapezoid that has this perimeter, and this is a figure of our trapezoid. They say the sides that are not parallel are the same in measure, so we're calling them h. The top one is twice this, and again, it's not proportional, and the bottom one is 3 times the sides. So we just write them all out. H plus 2h plus 3h equals 63. So that would be, let's see, 7h equals 63. So the smallest, so h equals 9. And so the short side is 9. 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 9 is 27. Okay, now for number 20, we have an isosceles triangle whose sides are the same length and whose base angles are the same. Now we have a short side, and it's not proportional, and the sides that are equilateral are twice the short plus 3. So we're looking for our perimeter of 96. Add up our s's. We get 5s plus 6 equals that. Subtract 6 from both sides. Divide both sides by 5. We get s equals 18. So that's this side. And we go twice 18 plus 3 is 39. Now, an interesting note, the book actually said it was 37, but I find every once in a while a couple of errors. So again, this is good to go. We ran this just under 15 minutes for 20 word problems. And again, you're not going to have 20 on a test or even on your homework or quiz me. You're going to have a few, and you want to develop a skill, a mastery to be able to read them, convert them into algebra, and then solve. And good luck.